When I first got the diagnosis, I didn't believe it. I didn't want to believe it, I didn't want to tell anyone about it, and I didn't, except my wife. And then I decided that maybe I could sneak by at work and just take medication. And all this grand plan didn't work. I basically ignored it, just told my wife, he thinks I have Parkinson's, I don't believe him. And of course, it felt like I could just muscle my way through it. I didn't take the pills he gave me initially, and when I finally did, I got sick. And besides this, I thought that I had faked out my other partners in the organization I was in, and of course I hadn't at all. 6 months.
Okay.
Well, I didn't really hide 6 months. It was 6 months before they told me. They saw it immediately. So it's very natural to try to do this, but being determined to do things on your own is great, except when it's not realistic. I had a boss, fortunately, who helped me understand that. Well, first I'll tell my spouse immediately. There's nobody hold that, or if you're a close friend or whatever, you're not married. But at work, I think you tell them immediately, so that they start having expectations that are in line with what you can deliver. And since this is a disease that very much differs by person, for some people it could be months before there's something shown, or it could be that you finally got diagnosed long after everybody else knew it anyway. People at first won't know what really to say, and they may not talk to you at all. Some people, others will try to act like nothing's new, but communicate is the word. Communicate with people. If they want to help, let them help. If they don't want to help, that's okay. It's just you've got to take it day by day realistically. You got to get yourself educated by talking with your doctor, but all that, just think the future I don't know about. I really don't know any more about the future than I did before the diagnosis. But what I know now actually helps me plan better. Well, I think you should talk to your doctor. I think you should talk to local support groups or any group that has information about how to cope with a major illness. Talk to friends and friends of friends who've had this situation, and just gather a lot of information, but don't go immediately to we're all going to die, instead of the fact that you may live for many years and live rather well with this diagnosis if you keep a positive attitude and a realistic view about what you can and can't do. I would encourage them to first acknowledge their feelings and if you're ticked off or you're depressed or whatever, admit that that's the case. Admit the impact it may have on your life. So face the facts, and then take the step back and say, understanding that it's a disease that varies widely by individual, to really say, well, what can I do? I'll keep doing it. So in some ways I'll continue doing my life just like it was before. But I'm now mindful that I have this problem, and I have to be aware of how it's affecting me and affecting others.